here's an update. Threw some water in it, got the sand in it, and the top anyway. The top's done as far as like the inside of the tank goes. I have started working on the upper level of the tank. This is the upper floor. I will work on the edges and the sides. I'm currently draining the water right now. Wanted to do a run with the water in it, see what it looked like. Plus, I wanted to clean off some of the stuff, and run water, drain it. It's not much different than just hosing it off. So, I did get my lighting in. The blue is the moon lighting, which is basic. Well, it is that. It's a 48-inch big long tube of really giant blue LEDs. There's the LED tube. Now this line on there, I'm trying to figure out how to mount that light fixture up underneath the tank. I haven't quite got an idea for how to do that yet. I'm trying to figure that out, but that light is actually that guy right there. Same light fixture, same bulbs. That's the difference between T12 fluorescent and T8 LED tube. Pretty gigantic difference. And the one on the right, not only is it way brighter, it's way less wattage, and basically it takes forever to burn out. Basically lasts a lifetime for all intents and purposes. Something like 100,000 hours, 75,000 hours, something stupid. But yeah, anyway, so I have that for the plant growth. Sitting right there. I just don't exactly know how to mount it yet. The moon lighting, I just have it turned on for now, but all I actually did was I ran zip ties along the frame, and it just is sitting in there loosely. I can easily pull it in and out. It's not tight, strapped down or anything. It's just level. It just sits in there loosely. And then the suction cup that it comes with, because these are supposed to be submergible, they can go inside the tank. You can suction cup them to the sides and whatnot. But that suction cup there isn't actually stuck on anything. I'm actually just using that as a way to rotate the tube to adjust the angle of the light focus. So it sits freely in the zip ties. And then I rotate it, and that suction cup just offers, it pinches around the tube and it stops it, so I can adjust the angle and not have to worry about it moving or rotating on me. That's all that is. Pretty simple. Couldn't get much simpler than that, actually. The background here lost a lot of yellow. When it hits the water, it goes almost completely white. It was actually really weird. Once it dries out, it turns back to this yellow color, but when it's wet, it goes almost to like a bone type color. It's kind of interesting looking, but yeah, you could tell when it was filled up, it had a water line where everything below the water was white, and then everything else was the color it is now. And I've only had to drain for a not even an hour, and it's dried already, and it's already back to the yellow color. So that's kind of interesting. But let's see up here. yeah, everything's working good. I had one slight oversight. I originally had everything set up to where the water level was perfectly here, with the way the waterfall is and how the water stacks up on the waterfall. The water level was perfectly here, so the water would just roll right in. How I did the waterfall decor, so to speak, the fake rock, I wasn't even thinking about it, but you know, I purposely wanted the water to raise up to flow over the specific parts of the rock that I, you know, notched out, for a pretty neat looking effect. And didn't even think about it, but of course, obviously it raises the water level up, so the water level actually comes up to about right about here now. So this is the water level instead of down here like I had it measured out before. That'll probably affect the flow, because this whole angle coming down hitting this water actually does a circular flow with the water and causes the rotation of the floating biomedia, which looks pretty cool. Now that it's going to be up here, I'm probably going to lose that flow quite a bit, so I'll have to, I mean, I'll test it first, you know, and make sure that if there's no rotation, I'll have to do something with the decor and change it, you know, basically to where it's back to its original level. Just an oversight, something I didn't think about when I was putting the rocks up. Again, I just did it that way so I could control where the water goes out over the fake rocks. And of course that raises the water level to be able to control that flow. And yeah, just something I didn't foresee, you know, didn't really think through. So yeah, right now that fluorescent fixture just sits there. I gotta figure out how to mount it up on top. I'm not sure yet. I'm gonna do some surfing on the internet and find out if anybody's got any under aquarium ideas for that. I got the strainers in, so these are strained off now. And yeah, I will work on the ramp going into here, going from the top level in, and then I will get, you know, I'll cage it off basically, so obviously the turtle can't just climb off and fall to the cement floor here, but that's it. I'll have the turtle in here while I'm working on the top though, because I can work on the top and have the turtle in there, and I can just put you know, temporary little things for him to bask on, so that's not a big deal. The turtle will be able to enjoy the nice big tank while I'm working on the top for him. And then the bottom, I just got to put the rock and the substrate in there. Then the sand for the fluidized sand bed, and then the biomedia. So just really just the finishing touches we're at now. Everything else is a done deal. So the only possible tweaking I have to do is to that waterfall to get my water level back down on the inflow ramp there. Other than that, she is done. I'm going to fill it up full of water, drain it a couple more times. Just make sure that I'm not sure about this dry lock crap, you know, how toxic that stuff is. I didn't do a single test or nothing, and there's not much research on it other than people saying wash it, which is okay. Yeah, you wash everything you do, so you know, whatever. I'm gonna let it soak and reapply water, soak, drain it, reapply water, soak, drain it, that kind of thing. Just give that a few runs. I'd be a little further along, but busy all day today doing other stuff, so I've only been working on this for about, I don't know, 45 minutes today. Let me kill the light here. And yes, I will put one of the moonlights on the top tank too, and a lighting LED light on the top tank as well. I'm just not there yet. I'm just going to use clamp lights for the basking area for now. Once I finish the top cage basking area, that's when I'll put all the lights in. But the LED, it's a pretty nice effect. I like it. I mean, it lights the fish up pretty nicely. This one's actually in the water, so we'll see how well the whole waterproof claim holds up. It's not 100% submerged, it's just like a percent submerged, but yeah, we'll see how that. I couldn't think of a better place to put that either. In here. But it definitely gives a nice little eerie glow. Kind of neat. An idea I had was the way I did this base plate here. Is it's got some really, focus here. It's got some really, this stuff in it's like really thick. The light diffuser that I'm using as the base for it is really thick stuff. My idea was to get like LEDs, single ones, basically like Christmas lights, you know, and poke them through the top and come out through the bottom here to where they just sit in this, you know, that's a pretty deep recess. So they could sit in there. I could fill the whole square with silicone to waterproof it in case of any splashes or whatnot. And then on the top, this styrofoam insulation that I've used, I can just, you know, carve grooves in it to place wiring, get wiring completely out, silicone that over, and then dry lock cement this. So that's an idea that I'm toying around with. I want to find a good way to do that LED lighting first. That way, you know, the underneath there has a nice source of light. So I'm thinking I'm going to do that. I will maybe get a string of LEDs for like mock daytime lighting, and then a string of LEDs for you know, the mock moonlighting. The only real issue is the wiring, how many components I'll need, you know, for power sources and that kind of stuff. And then I'll have to come up with, because I mean, I like them to be able to have some kind of, like, I don't know, cave hide getaway type thing. So I don't want to put too much lighting underneath there. I do want it to be, you know, darker than the rest of the area. But that is another project that I'm looking at possibly taking on. So yeah, here we go. 14 minutes of me rambling on about my 2 tanks again. Alright guys, again, as I get more done, I will throw more up on the web. Take care guys.